Watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Tosin Fakile. Mark Hall will join us for DC News Now at 6. We begin in the district. President Donald Trump threatening to interfere with the Commanders stadium deal if the team doesn't change its name back to the Redskins. Trump posting on Truth Social on Sunday. Our reporter Mariel Carbone live at RFK Stadium. Mariel, can the president actually do this?
Well, the president can certainly try to interfere here, but Congress approved a land lease with D.C. back in 2024, giving the local jurisdiction here control over any development on the site for the next 99 years. Despite that, fans we spoke to today were mixed on if the name should change or stay the same. As the hype continues to grow around the Washington Commanders, the team name, the current Commanders, or the old one, the Redskins, is still a hot debate for lifelong fans.
To me, I prefer the Redskins.
I think it's a racial slur. The ship has sailed.
The team changed its name in 2022 because it was considered offensive to Native Americans. Now, President Donald Trump threatening to interfere on the team's deal to build a 65,000-seat covered stadium here at the RFK Stadium site if it doesn't change it back. Trump writing on Truth Social Sunday, "I may put restrictions on them if they don't change the name back. I won't make a deal for them to build a stadium in Washington."
I think the thing that we should focus on in D.C. is doing our part.
Mayor Muriel Bowser says the name of the team makes no difference to her on pushing the deal forward. A deal made possible after Congress granted D.C. control of the land last year.
And I have worked for the better part of 10 years to get our part completed, including getting control of the land, coming to an agreement with the team.
DC News Now reached out to the team but hasn't heard back, though owner Josh Harris saying in February the name is here to stay.
The name Commanders means something. It's about players, love football, are great at football, hit hard.
It's all about winning. If the team wins, it doesn't care what the name is.
And D.C. Council is still considering this stadium deal. Remember, it's a $4 billion deal with taxpayers here on the hook for about $1 billion of it. Council has 2 public hearings set for next week where the public can come weigh in. Reporting live from RFK Stadium, I'm Mariel Carbone, D.C. News Now.
All right, Mariel, we'll have to wait and see how things go. Thank you. We're sending things over to meteorologist Damon Matson for a first look at our forecast. And Damon, it felt good to say bye to humidity today.
Oh, it felt good to say goodbye to a lot of the stuff we dealt with this weekend. The heat, the humidity, and unfortunately for some of us, including up toward the Silver Spring area, all of that torrential rain. It was another weekend of impactful weather in parts of the DMV. We started to quiet things down yesterday, and we're continuing that trend here today, thanks to the fact that a front has finally dropped far south of us here in the DMV, taking clouds, rainfall with it, but also at the same time, we're starting to notice more comfortable temperatures and less of that humidity. Folks, it's 4 o'clock on a July afternoon, and we're not in the 90s. That is a nice change of pace just by itself. Frederick is up to 88. DC is at 85. We have some lower 80s still hanging on back to the west. But again, by this time of year standards here in mid to late July, hey, we are feeling pretty comfortable, especially as that humidity continues to drop. And as we head on towards sunset, well, it is going to be a downright beautiful evening. Even those leftover clouds that are out there, they'll continue to break up as we head into the overnight hours. And for the first time in a while, we're talking about a cool summer night for most of the DMV. So looking pretty good. Can we keep this trend going as we head further into the week, or should we be ready for the return of heat, humidity, and storms? We'll have that answer in your full forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, we'll check in with you soon. Thank you. We want to warn you that the details in this next story could be disturbing. A former FBI agent has been found guilty of several rape charges in Montgomery County. 41-year-old Eduardo Valdivia was found guilty Friday of 6 counts of second-degree rape and 2 counts of fourth-degree sex offense for assaulting 3 young women. Investigators say he raped multiple women at a tattoo shop he owned after offering them a chance to become models. They say Valdivia contacted the women through an Instagram page he created for the shop. Today, prosecutors say they're happy with the juror's decision and have never seen anything like this.
This is one of the most dastardly, evil, schemed crimes I've seen in 40 years.
He now faces up to 122 years in prison. His sentencing is set for October 14th. A 17-year-old boy was killed over the weekend in Prince George's County. Police say Cameron Anthony Adams was found dead on Killarney Street Sunday morning in Clinton. A second person was also shot. That person was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. There's a $25,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest and indictment. Today, Fairfax County police say they've made an arrest in the attack on a Fairfax County bus driver in Lorton. He's been identified as 18-year-old Javante Johnson. This attack happened July 8th at about 7:30 in the morning. The victim told police he was driving his regular route when the suspect got on his bus, put a phone in his face, and started punching him. Police say the 70-year-old bus driver was then dragged off the bus. He was taken to the hospital.
It appears to be unprovoked. The bus driver is an elderly man who was beaten severely. So we're obviously going to be investigating more into this attack.
Johnson has been charged with aggravated malicious wounding. Investigators are looking for the person responsible for setting a couple of vehicles on fire this morning. It happened at a shopping center in Silver Spring. DC News Now's Kevon Dupree covers Montgomery County for us. He talked to a business owner whose store was impacted.
This is the parking lot where officials say someone set fire to the vehicles early Monday morning. It happened right next to Country Boy, which was damaged as a result of what happened.
I look on the outside cameras and my entire parking lot's full of fire trucks, so we came down here at 3:56 is when we got here.
Montgomery Barnsley IV and his family own Country Boy in the Glenmont Center on Randolph Road. Early Monday, they got the wake-up call telling them that 2 vehicles near the store had been set on fire.
There's a box truck behind you, that was arsoned, and a van next to my building, that was arsoned.
The flames from the van damaged part of the business.
Because it's so close to the building, it's probably 1 foot away, if that. And there was smoldering, there's the charcoal on the side of the front porch is all wood. So when that was damaged, they took it all apart with a saw and made sure the roof or anything that was also made out of wood was not burning at all.
Neither of the damaged vehicles belong to Barnsley. He does own trucks, however, and says he worries they could become targets, especially because there have been break-ins and attempted break-ins at the store.
Don't know the reason behind it. I don't agree with setting anyone's property on fire or mess with anyone's property in general.
Montgomery County Fire is asking anyone with information that could help their investigators to contact their tip line or contact Montgomery County Police. In Silver Spring, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
In Arlington County, a proposal would allow Virginia to take over national parks during federal shutdowns. ARLnow.com reports the Parks and Recreation Commission agreed to recommend the measure in its upcoming state legislative priorities. The measure was introduced in 2024 but failed in a committee hearing. County leaders say they operate several sites, including Gravelly Point. If the measure passes, state funding would be applied to all national parks across the state. A new Wallet Hub study reveals the states with the best school systems, and Virginia comes in at number 4. Maryland making its way into the top 10. The study takes class size, funding, and safety into consideration. D.C. came in about halfway on the list at number 24. According to the study, D.C. has one of the highest dropout rates. We're following breaking news at this hour. Cosby Show actor Malcolm Jamal Warner has died. Authorities say he drowned Sunday at Playa Cocheles in Costa Rica. They say he was pulled into a strong current while swimming. He was 54 years old. This is a breaking news story. We'll continue to follow this story on air and online at DCNewsNow.com.